right, good evening and welcome to the Gears Cup Series, Duels at Daytona. A brand new season starts tonight in all on iRacing. Thank you for joining us. I am Tom Torrey, aka the Horse Boat, and do we ever have a wild night ahead of us? Glad to be here taking it all in with you tonight. And it looks like we will have some familiar faces from last season, such as Sean Anderson, Austin Green, Mike DeWalt, Matt Lavallee, Jonathan Militia, so much more. We also have new and talented drivers that are here ready to prove themselves. It's a good night to be a racing fan as we have some of the best talent iRacing has to offer. We're bound to see tempers flare and bad blood to be born. Which brings me to this. Tonight is the night to make a statement. And what better place to do it than none other than Daytona International Speedway. And tonight we have two races lined up for you this evening that will decide the order for the Daytona 250. Again, so happy to have you along. Thank you for joining us. We'll kick you out here to practice so you can see a little bit of what's going on. See a view from Mike DeWalt there. Check in on Jonathan Militia in the Coors 69.
Hello, hello. 10-4.
On the track here now. Take a gander.
Gotcha, DJ.
Qualifying starts in about 4 minutes. And approximately 8:20 Eastern, we will get to Duel 1. Again, 30 laps. We'll give you some notes for tonight's Duels at Daytona. The top two from single car qualifying will be locked into the front row, starting positions for the Daytona 250 the following week, which is right here next Friday night. Everyone is eligible to race in the duels, and the finishing order of the duels is set to the rest of the starting order for the Daytona 250. So wherever you finish here is where you're going to line up starting in the 250. Besides, if you win or finish second, you're going to be a row back, obviously, because the guys who qualified here tonight. There are no points on the line for the duels. However, there are 3 bonus points are awarded to the pole winner from qualifying. So a big jump in the points because the points are going to mean a lot here going into the playoffs. An extra 3 points to start the year is not bad. For the duels, both races will be 30 laps. It'll be in the evening at night. We'll have 1 fast repair per race here tonight. So that means a lot of things. You're going to have to watch your P's and Q's, drive safe, and move when necessary. You have 3 tire sets, and that includes the set that you qualify on. 50% fuel capacity. The damage on, obviously, cautions. We will have race control, all that good stuff. And the weather will be auto-generated. So, again, the top 2 who qualify here tonight will have the front row for the Daytona 250. Will still take part in the duels. Not like in regular NASCAR Cup where if you crash, you start at the back of the field. Obviously, we were not going to have that type of thing go down. But we're going to see some hard racing here tonight. Expectation here in our counter was 21. And that's what we hope to see here this evening. Again, thank you for joining, hanging out, recent followers. Appreciate that. We will get it cooking here in just a moment with qualifying. You can see Yoder, I believe that's Tyler Steiner, and John Militia working on a line together. Looks like we have Kyle Munson. Nate Fuller is in the field tonight. Kevin Jordan. Looks like Jonathan Stevens. Sean Anderson is in the house already. Nate Williams. Looks like Dakota Long. Andrew Bisag. Mike DeWalt. Barrett Huggins. Lucas Santos. This is going to be quite the field. Again, we got about 1:50 to go before qualifying begins. Take a look at that Coors. Right on board with DJ Casey in this practice car. A view from behind. Jonathan Militia. As I mentioned before, it's going to be 30 laps for each duel. Woo! Riding the rim are Militia and Casey. Militia will drop down to the bottom. Another group coming through. Looks like that's the 95 of Kevin Jordan. Barrett Huggins around the outside with his group. Looks like... All right. I don't understand what happened there, but all right. Got our man Nate Williams. Looks like we're coming to the checkered flag. We'll give them a minute to set up for qualifying. We'll see who hits the track first and follow them around. First out the box is Nate Williams. On track, and let's see. Got multiple guys here on the track. Mike DeWalt taking his time laps, as is DJ Casey, Militia, and Nate Fuller. We'll follow along with Nate Williams. He is a super speedway aficionado. Let's see what he's got in the tank. Again, a lot on the line here. Front row is the front row for the Daytona 250. Nice smooth line to the bottom. Good run off of two. Don't quite understand the pink rims, but that paint scheme is bitchin'. Nate Williams with a 49.89. So far, that is the time to beat. Guess we picked the right guy to watch. Will he be on the front row for the Daytona 250? Sean Anderson has knocked him off, and so has Kevin Jordan. Does Nate Williams have enough in the tank for lap 2? That'll move him up to third. Let's take a look into DJ Casey. Looks like he is going to be your pole sitter for the moment. Lucas Reed in second. Sean Anderson third. Jonathan Militia in fourth. That beautiful 94 Jordan Toyota. Love the Air Jordan. Michael DeWalt looks like he'll be second. Comes across the line. Can he make it any better? He will not. Take a ride along here. Looks like the 40 of Kyle Munson. A Horizon Ford Mustang. Beautiful ride. So far, DJ Casey and Michael DeWalt, your front row for the Daytona 250. Munson, can he improve his 17th place time? And he does. Bumps himself up to 8th. Beautiful run here. See if there's any more guys out on the track. Looks like the 22 might just come up short. Looks like that's Jonathan Stevens. Beautiful Nike car. Yeah, looks like he's going to just fall short. Unfortunate, but it happens. So the first duel, 30 laps, they're going to get gridded up here. And we are going to get to race it momentarily. "30 laps at Daytona." Congratulations to DJ Casey. Extra 3 points going into the series.
Good luck, everyone.
So
Everyone have a
DJ
good
Casey
race. Everyone have fun.
on the pole. Sean Anderson in row 2. Or excuse me, outside of the pole in position number 2. Third we got, looks like, Nate Williams. And outside of him,
All right,
Perrin
guys, we got
Huggins.
30 laps here. It's Daytona, so, just keep it in check. Everyone's locked into the 250, so no need to go balls to the wall here. Double yellow line rules, still applies. If you guys do super aggressive drive or anything like that, you will be penalized. Just kind of watch that. I know it's our first official race for Gears. But let's try to make it a good one, especially with the broadcast happening and everything. So good luck, everybody. Good luck.
Wise words
I got
from
it.
admin Nate Williams.
I hope it's a fun one.
Looks like Jonathan Militia and Nate Williams are outside row 3. Tyler Steiner. And it looks like number 15 of Max Yoder in row 4. Row 5 looks like it'll be Jonathan Stevens. Hope you got your drinks in hand, as we are about to go racing for the first time this season. Thank you, Master Mod and Snarehead 1987 for following and watching. Appreciate it. And here we go, green flag racing. Kevin Jordan is going to lead us around for the first laps here at the Gears Duels at Daytona. Kevin Jordan getting a little help from Nate Fuller. Side by side on back. Jonathan Militia trying to catch that outside. He's going to go outside for it. I figured he would. Sean Anderson going with him. Kevin Jordan taking the lead. He's going to lead possibly of the duels at Daytona. I like how that sounds. It's hot. It's hot. And he will do that. He will lead the first lap. Nate Fuller in second. Tyler Steiner in third. And Max Yoder in fourth in the Exalta Chevy Camaro. Highline trying to form on that. The numbers are just too good on the inside. Jonathan Stevens playing it safe, about a car length and a half back of the field. Nate Williams to the bottom line. Looks like Tyler Steiner's going to shoot up. In the Coastal Auto 44. Jordan lane blocking. Goes to the outside. Everybody's checking up a little bit. Smart heads up play into 17. Connects, and we have our first wreck of the evening. Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Stevens.
Yellow.
All involved, and we have our first caution of the day. What a break. Bad break for them, too. That's why we have a fast repair. Lap 3 of 30. Unfortunate circumstances, but that is our first caution.
DJ, let's keep on going. We have to go around and catch the pace car.
10 ball.
Yeah, it looks like Tyler Steiner just took everybody with him. Unfortunate incident, of course. But that is what happens here at Super Speedway sometimes. Let's get another replay of it. Yeah, Williams just came back up. Not a good move on his part. Taking Stevens with him. Looks like they'll be okay. Again, a fast repair is good. That is our Gears Instant replay.
I pressed the brake a little too hard on it.
10-4, sorry, man. If if I wave you guys up a bunch here, like I said, this is literally my first race in a next gen car, other than a couple practice laps with it.
Well, a little moment here.
I really don't. I haven't drove these cars much either.
Little moment here of just figuring things out. They're taking it good, so that's good. No hard feelings, which is good. We can get back to doing some racing. That'll be nice. Thank you for the bits.
Let's just have fun.
Admins with some kind words. It looks like everybody's all good. We are good to go. We're going to get back to racing shortly. I'm still getting used to my studio setup with what I'm doing on the keys, so my apologies. Yeah, I might get a little saucy, a few more drinks. Hopefully you guys have some beverages too, hanging out. Glad to have you. Looks like it'll be 1 to go next time by. Again, unfortunate incident involving Tyler Steiner, Nate Williams, Jonathan Stevens, and Perrin Huggins. But we still have a damn good race ahead of us, boys and girls. We close the book on January. It starts up our season here at Gears. Looking for a couple more people yet to fill our field. We have a handful of spots left. If you're a talented iRacer with a Class C license or better, give us a call at 1-800-GEARS-CUB. Just kidding, we don't have a number. But just send me a DM, we can hook you up.
All right, boys, let's try to keep it together a bit better here. We've got 25 laps to go.
Fuel may be a factor. Again, 3 sets of tires you start with, or including the ones that you start with, as they are double file and just about ready to go back green flag racing. Yeah, if I ain't got a favorite car, I gotta like the pole sitter, Kevin Jordan. He's been fast all night, and I mean, he's been up there. Let's go.
Green flag.
Green flag racing of the Gears Cup Series. Duel 1 at the Duels at Daytona. A lot of D's in there. D's nuts. Kevin Jordan with a good start, but Nate Fuller on the outside, the Toyota off and running. Inside line quickly catching up going into 1 and 2. Side by side, Max Yoder there in the 15.
Leader didn't keep pace and gave me a black flag for jumping. I have a drive-through. Go around me. Leader didn't keep pace. My car was at 80 miles an hour, man, the whole time.
We got clear for you, bro.
Yeah, we reviewed that. You did not jump it.
Thank
DJ
you.
Casey, Max
In the
Yoder,
future, if
and
you wanna contest
Jonathan
something like
Militia.
that, let us know, and we'll be reviewing it.
Jonathan Stevens in 4th. Perrin Huggins in 5th. Sean Anderson at 6th. Who is going to be the belle of the ball in Duel 1? Kev Bob, thank you for hanging out. That's DJ Casey. I apologize. I've had a drink here tonight so far. Having fun. First broadcast of the season. I'll be locked in next week for sure. I do like Kevin Jordan overall. Kind of looked him up. DJ Casey knows where it's at in 1st place. Max Yoder in 2nd. Jonathan Militia in 3rd. Jonathan Stevens in 4th. And Nate Williams in 5th. Again, all the guys were able to stay on the lead lap because of that fast repair. Let's ride along with the 15 of Max Yoder. Goes for the lead and succeeds. See who's on the outside of him. Nate Fuller Getting that black flag clear. Going for the lead on the outside. Jonathan Militia pushing with Jonathan Stevens behind him in the 22. Third of the way done here. 10 of 30 unfolded in Duel 1. Fuller, Militia, Stevens, your top three. The U.S. Army Toyota Camry has led a lap here at the Duels at Daytona. Thank you for the follow, Kev Bop. I didn't mean to get you mistaken for DJ Casey. I will not make that mistake again. Again, Fuller, Militia, Stevens, Yoder, Casey, your top five. Again, doesn't matter until you get to the last lap. Take a ride on the blimp cam. Getting a wee bit dicey, but that high line is cooking. DJ Casey hits the wall. Sean Anderson's going to pull right up along him. And Perrin Huggins is out front in that 3G8 Chevy Camaro. Little action between Casey and Anderson. Almost disastrous. Thank God for the blimp cam. These cars are hard to push. Next-gen cars are hard to push, no doubt about it. Our drivers would kind of say it's fun to try. And we're spread out. Huggins and Fuller are trying to check out. Nate Williams with those sexy hot pink wheels that don't make any sense. Pulling up in third in that 17 Old Smoky Ford Mustang. That I would imagine maybe a little bad blood, maybe some people you find out you can trust going into the 250. Something to think about. Right along with Nathan Fuller real quick. Oh, it'll probably happen here. 3 wide. Wait till we're at Auto Club. Perrin Huggins in first. Nate Fuller, Nate Williams. Max Yoder. Fuller plays it back, plays it cool. It's gonna fall out of line, letting Williams move up. Yoder and Casey going the inside. Sean Anderson as well. That Coors Light, number 14. Tyler Steiner will make that pass. Looks like Jonathan Stevens and Jonathan Militia are playing it cool in the back. Halfway home here at Heat 1. Auto Club is where it's at. Good high line in the trucks. DJ Casey letting people go in. And he dives in front of Jonathan Stevens. Casey getting some momentum. Now. A little spotlight for our man Perrin Huggins. Channeling his inner Kyle Busch. Max Yoder makes the move. Gets right up on that back bumper. Camaro on Camaro action with a couple of Toyotas watching. 14 to go in Heat 1, Duel 1, whatever you want to call it. Again, the front row qualifiers are on the front row for the Daytona 250. Everything else is up for grabs. Appreciate the love at TA Broadcasting. I can't wait for duel number 2. We've only had one caution, knock on wood, all evening long. I imagine there's going to be one more before this one's over. 13 when we come to the line. Thank you, Snarehead, for the love. And we got a bump. Anderson to the bottom. DJ Casey now to the outside. The outside line is starting to form, but nobody's really been able to pull away from one another. Huggins, Stevens, Militia, Fuller, DJ Casey on the inside, Sean Anderson, Max Yoder, all battling for position right now. It is getting hot and heavy. Get another ride along with our blimp can. Stevens goes to the inside, that Nike car. Militia says, I'm going to go with him. Momentum is on their side. Militia's going to give him a little love bump. And yeah, Stevens is going to lead that lap. Two lines. A lot of sweet, sweet action here in duel number 1 at the Duels at Daytona. Again, next week, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern will be the Daytona 250. No qualifying for that one, as it will be set here tonight. Perrin Huggins went to back to the outside for the lead. Nate Fuller going along with him. Sean Anderson there. That inside line creeps back into frame. Casey getting a little wide coming out of 4, allowing Max Yoder to step in. As it's 11 to go, the guys realize it's going to be time to start making moves. If you're Perrin Huggins, got to have one eye in the mirror, one eye in front of you. A lot of shifty moves. Anderson.
He's coming this
Thank
time, guys.
goodness he wasn't clear. Looks like we're going to have pit stops. Hell yeah.
Jonathan, let me know when you're ready.
Fuller going in. Going to be serviced. DJ Casey as well. And Max Yoder going to follow along. So this is going to be something to keep an eye on.
Bottom.
Simple.
Again, thank you. If you're just joining us, this is Duel 1 of the Duels at Daytona for the Gears Cup Series. Appreciate all the follows and the love.
Leaders are pitting. First and second pitting.
Love this series. Looks like Huggins and Anderson are pitting right now. Once we get through the pit cycle here with 10 laps to go. Yeah, it looks like Huggins, Anderson, Williams, Militia, Stevens, and Militia and Williams touch.
If we get organized on this backstretch, we got a job.
Looks like Fuller, Casey, and Yoder. Yoder getting a little loose coming out of his pit exit. But these guys will be chasing down these guys in pit lane. Again, you really only need gas. I wouldn't imagine you need tires, but some of these guys may get tires. See what happened there. Looks like, I think I caught the end of that, of Williams spinning out. This is where the magic happens, as the ladies' man would say. Nine laps to go. You can hear the other cars leaving pit lane. Looks like Fuller, maybe the leader coming around, but let's take a look. Let's take a ride with Perrin. He's on the backstretch. All right, here comes Fuller, Casey, and Yoder. That is their task, to track down Perrin Huggins and Jonathan Militia, who are 1 and 2 for the lead. Let's ride along for a minute with my homie, Jonathan Militia, in the 69 Coors Chevy Camaro. Riding along now with Max Yoder in the gyro cam. Working with Casey and Fuller. They cannot make it on fuel. You will have to pit one time. Everybody has pitted. This line is going to catch this line. It's just a matter of when. Bring it back to it. 7 to go. 6 to go at the line for duel number 1. I imagine if you're Perrin Huggins and Jonathan Militia, you kind of feel like sitting ducks. You have a little bit of momentum on your side, but not much when you have a chain of 6 cars coming your way. 4 seconds. Nearly 5 seconds. With 6 to go, do they have enough time to catch Huggins and Militia? This is where it's going to get crazy, boys. Does something happen on the back end with this crew? These 5 that are trying to chase him out. DJ Casey literally putting the nose underneath the bumper of Nate Fuller's Toyota to try to get to the front. They are doing everything they possibly can to catch them. 5 laps to go. I think they will catch them, but it's going to be awfully close. In the chat, take your pick. If they're going to catch him or not. If they do, there's going to be some incredible blocking. I guarantee you. Both these guys in the 8 and the 69 are skilled drivers. Will they put their cars on the line? I know in my mind, knowing Jonathan Militia, he wants to win this bad. Is he willing to go with the flow on the outside? 3 seconds now with 4 to go. Chase him down, says Kane Lane. Somebody needs to learn how to spell Takashi.
We need some pushing, guys.
Sub 3 seconds is the field chasing down
Don't be
Perrin
afraid to
Huggins
put it under
and
there. I can take
Jonathan
it.
Militia. Nate Fuller leading the way again.
Hell
A
yeah.
guy who is in another league that I run in. Raced with him in the truck season last year. A guy really is a solid driver. Very talented. His racecraft is bar none. Perrin Huggins, Jonathan Militia, Nate Fuller, DJ Casey, and Max Yoder, your top 5. Again, can Perrin Huggins and Jonathan Militia hold these guys off? Or will one of them meet Jesus tonight? Here they come. Let's get a shot. And Militia goes the outside. That is certainly going to spice things up if it were. Nate Fuller, as you see him come into frames, they are sitting ducks. Here we go with 2 to go. Nate Fuller, is he going to try it? And he bumps Huggins. I thought he was going to be like Moses and try to spread the sea. Gives a bump to Huggins. Now you got Huggins, Fuller, Casey, Yoder, and Stevens. Jonathan Militia got the short end of the stick on that one. One to go at the line. And he turns him! Fuller turns him, puts him in the wall. 1 to go. Oh, and we have more action crashing. So it'll now come down to Nate Williams, DJ Casey, Jonathan Militia, and Max Yoder. Oh my goodness. I don't really know what to say, but there's going to be some talking after the race for sure. Huggins led that entire way. Nate Fuller coming out of 4. Trying to block. Militia to the inside. And he turns it! He turns it! Militia wins duel number 1. DJ Casey number 2, I believe. Max Yoder 2. Fuller 3, Casey 4th. Oh boy. That's all I have to say about that one. I don't know what to say. That was dicey all the way around. Definitely well indeed. I don't know how that's going to go over, so we'll see what happens there. But for now, the winner, Jonathan Militia of duel number 1. Yeah, T2 better. I don't know if you can top that ending. Second to last lap getting turned. Last lap getting turned yourself. Maybe that's karma. Maybe that's not. I don't know. It's Daytona. Again, it's the duels. Hopefully, that'll be better. This has been a wonderful one to watch so far. Mike DeWalt, I believe, will be your pole sitter for Heat 2. We will get that going in just a moment. Again, Jonathan Militia, at the moment, is your Duel 1 winner. Again, thank you to the chatters, the watchers, the lurkers, the subscribers. Thank you for watching the stream and hanging out with me tonight. Again, first stream of the racing season. Happy to have you along for the ride as we are getting ready to rock for duel number 2. DeWalt, your pole sitter for this one. Outside of hunting him, number 40 of Kyle Munson. Number 10 of Lucas Reed in third. Number 95 of Kevin Jordan in the Jolly Rancher number 95. On the inside of him, it looks like it's going to be the number 4 of Lucas Santos. Looks like I see Andrew B. Sag there as well. And the 61 car of Matt Lavalley. Re-rack, 30 laps. For duel number 2, I don't know if you can top duel number 1, but we're going to try. Again, Mike DeWalt, spot number 2 for the Daytona 250, has the pole for duel number 2. The pace car is off, and we are ready to roll duel number 2 away here for the Gears Cup Series. For the 250. Pulling off, who was that? Scott DeVoe. Oh, it looks like the 18 of Dakota Long having a little bit of an issue, but he is up to speed now. And it looks like Kyle Munson may be your leader of the first lap, or am I wrong? Kevin Jordan on the outside with the Jolly Rancher Chevy Camaro. He will lead lap number 1 of duel number 2. That inside lane has started to form. Looks like you have Santos, B-Sag, and Lavallee on the outside. Santos in that number 4 Chevrolet. Take a highlight of my man Andrew B-Sag in the 73 Coors Light. Let's ride along with him in his Chevy Camaro.
You're clear, Mike.
Andrew B-Sag getting stuck on the outside. Allowing Kevin Jordan and company to kind of fall away into that first group. Jordan, Santos, and Munson. DeWalt. Oh, good grief. It looks like the 10 of Santos. Or, excuse me, Reed. Excuse me, Lucas Reed. Their cars are kind of similar. Max of Racing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now up to 169 followers. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Jordan, Santos, and Munson, your top 3. That Jolly Rancher looking awfully beautiful tonight. They have all got single file here. I would imagine some guys will make some moves, but a smart play here to start the race. Definitely don't want to create a caution or create controversy early. It's all about getting to the end, especially when you have less than 10 cars in the field for a duel. Make it as painless as possible. Right along with number 20. DeWalt is Flex Volt. DeWalt Toyota Camry. For the lead. Lucas Santos to the front. Lucas Reed right behind him. 19, Scott DeVoe. Munson, DeWalt on the outside. Trying to make the best of it. It is Camaro Central up front. Matt Lavallee making some moves. DeWalt cars, which are confusing, but next to each other. Oh, Kevin Jordan getting a little frisky. Again, congrats to DJ Casey and Mike DeWalt for the front row. Jonathan Militia for the win in Duel 1. Who will be the winner of Duel 2? Take your pick in the chat if you got one. Looks like Dakota Long starting in the back, trying to get his legs underneath him. Hopefully he'll take the high side here. Shout out to our man Lucas Santos in the Royal Simtech Chevy Camaro number 4, your current leader. Taking single file. We're about a third of the way home. Very smart racing so far, as we see somebody get a little bit out of line, but they seem to give and take very well. This group, I think, has learned a little bit from the first group and is not being overly aggressive right away. Give each other a little space, let them get out there. As you see, Santos, Reed, Desvaux, B-Sag, and DeWalt. And then on the outside, Jordan and Long, but Long being a lap down. It is anyone's race still. Nobody is out of it. There a caution flag that would come out. Dakota Long would get the lucky dog. And we'll be able to get right back in this thing. Again, one fast repair. Where you finish tonight determines where you end up in the race in the 250. Unfortunately, I will not have that information at the end of this race. But be prepared for the Daytona 250 next week. If anything has shown you tonight of where we're at for Season 2 of the Gears Cup Series, Long will get out of the way, is that we have some really good competition. That first duel got a little chippy towards the end, but I would rather have some really competitive racing than everybody going single file and being boring. Not to saying that this is that race, but these guys are smart. They want to get to the end of the race. They're 11 of 30 in. They got that fast repair. They want to be smart about when they use that, if they have to use it. Obviously, you want to be in the position where you don't have to have a clean car. As we know with this model in iRacing, with these next-gen cars, they are so finicky. Just like in real life, you could tap the wall, and there goes the old toe link. As B-Sag, you see getting shuffled back. Lavallee bumping up in the 4th. But as Santos, Red, and DeVoe, your top 3 would be, it looks like, with Lavallee and B-Sag, your top 5. Or Munson and B-Sag, your top 5. Tuning in, I do appreciate that. The Gears Cup Series appreciates that. Our league continuing to grow by the day. As you can see, great drivers, competitive racing here in Duel 2 as Santos and Reed go at it. Or Red. I'll have to get clarification post-race, especially with Scott's name in the 19 car. Getting a little wobbly, but laying on the bump. I smell a caution. I smell a caution. B-Sag getting a little loose in the tri-oval. That lap traffic car kind of making things interesting if I'm being honest with myself. Again, that 18 car in that Violet Defense Ford Mustang. A lap down, competing in traffic. You see Mike DeWalt back there in 8th place, just kind of seeing things out. And moves are being made, bumps being had into the tri-oval. Everybody keeps it together. B-Sag moves up into 3rd, dealing with this lap traffic car. Kyle Munson right there as well. This has been a hell of a race so far. We'll be halfway home, and it looks like B-Sag and Munson turn it around.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And we have our first caution of the evening. Let's get a moment to get back to that replay. All right, let's see who is the culprit of this one. Get a good blimp cam view. Looks like Munson tried to make a move, was not clear, and just went around the nose of Andrew B-Sag. Let's pick that back up just so we can see it again. Get it in real time. Happened so fast. Yeah, I mean, nothing that B-Sag could do on that one, unfortunately, to save him. Looks like Munson just made a little bit of an error. And we're going to back that up one more time. And let's ride along with Kyle Munson just to get kind of his point of view and see what happened there. Looks like he got a run. Maybe thought he was clear. I don't know. Maybe that's not the best way to explain it. Let's get a blimp cam view, if we can, from the standard meandyourmom.com blimp cam. Give me one moment. We'll get to that action. Chase. Let's see, far chase. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Let's go blimp cam one more time. Gets a run. And it doesn't look like B-Sag changed his lane or anything like that. It just looks like he thought it was clear and wasn't. As we're halfway home into the Gears Cup Series Duel number 2. We'll get this back going here live in just a second. Pit stops have taken place. Looks like Dakota Long's going to get the wave around here. So he will be back on the lead lap. Again, halfway home. We have 15 laps to go before the conclusion of this race. Again, next week, don't forget to tune in. 8 Eastern, 7 Central Time for the Daytona 250 here live on my channel. And again, appreciate you coming out and hanging out with me tonight. So again, one caution here tonight. Lucas Santos, Lucas Red, Scott DeVoe, Matt Lavalli, and Andrew B-Sag. Your top 5 with Kevin Jordan, Michael DeWalt, Kyle Munson, and Dakota Long.
I'm the lucky dog.
Dakota Long getting the wave around, and as you heard, might be short fuel.
Is meant to be allowed to pit under the caution. Did you not? Did you pass by pit road when pit road was open?
Yes, but it just now gave me my lap back, like with 1 to go.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Thank you.
Gonna delay here one more lap for green. Looks like Dakota needed a wave around. Again, caution just extended 1 lap. So we'll have 1 more lap here, and then we will go green. With Lucas Santos and Scott DeVoe on the front row, with Michael DeWalt and Lucas Red in row 2. Kevin Jordan and Matt Lavallee in row 3. And Andrew Bisag, Kevin Munson in row 4.
I do have a black flag for entering closed pit, so that should just be the end of the line.
If it tells you to pit under green, let us know and we'll clear it, because it didn't give you the lucky dog like it's supposed to. It just gave you a wave around lead.
10-4, Matt.
We are getting down to the nitty gritty here. 1 lap to green. 4 in the 19 on the front row, with the 20 and the 10 in row number 2. 95 and the 61 in row 3. And 73 and the 40 in row 4. Dakota Long again, that was a lap down before the caution, is now back on the lead lap. Everybody is in play for the win. Again, as you see, Mike DeWalt laid back all night. Now you kind of see him creeping towards the front. We'll see that if that continues here down the stretch, as we are getting set for green flag racing.
Green flag, green
We
flag.
are back to green flag racing for the Gears Cup Series.
Yeah, it says hold for 40 seconds. Can I get that cleared? Thank you.
Santos off and away. DeWalt in second place. 12 to go here. Kevin Jordan in the 95. Andrew Bisag right behind him. Camaro, Toyota, Camaro, or Chevrolet, or what have you. Kevin Jordan tried to lane block. Didn't work. Bisag trying to go with him. That outside line has begun to form, and the momentum has taken them to the front. Not able to close the door as Santos has been able to pull it off, and he's going to. Ooh, that's too close to call. I'm not gonna try to guess. 11 to go here for duel number 2. That outside line continues to be the hot topic. Jordan and Bisag.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And we have an accident, and it's getting buck wild. No doubt, of course. When we just turn away from the camera. Check it out on the Gears Instant Replay. We got here. Getting high. Jordan goes to the block and meets the front end of Andrew Bisag. Nowhere to go as he tries to get back in. I think that's just a racing deal, folks. Let's check it out in real time. And ride along. Ooh. To go. That that one, I think, is just a racing deal. Back it up one more time here for you folks. See what we got. Looks like good run coming up off a 2. B-Sag had his nose into it. And he had a panel, and Jordan tries to block and puts himself in the wall, collecting Andrew B-Sag. Unfortunately, on the receiving end of that wreck, B-Sag nowhere where he could go, and unfortunately gets collected in the shortfall. So not much B-Sag could have done there. Gets collected in that wreck. 9 to go here in caution number 2. I have a feeling there's going to be one more. See who gets back to line. Hopefully B-Sag had a fast repair. If not, his night is definitely in jeopardy. But again, everybody is the lock for this race. And look at that. Surprise, surprise. Number 18 of Dakota Long. Showing up in second place for being a lap down about 10 minutes ago. On the front row. 1 lap to green. B-Sag looks like he's back out on the track. Good for him. I'm glad if he did have his fast repair, he was able to use it. And Long on the front row with Scott DeVoe, Kyle Munson, Lucas Reed and Matt Lavalli, Andrew B-Sag and Mike DeWalt, and then Kevin Jordan. Yeah, that is too bad there. Kevin Jordan had a fast car all night. Hopefully he has a fast repair as well to keep him in line to try and win this thing. Again, next week, the Gears Cup Series will be here at Daytona for the Daytona 250. Show starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. Only here on my channel here, The Horse Boat. Again, I would imagine we will not have much to go here towards the end, but I think we may experience one more caution. It's getting a little chippy towards the end of this race, kind of like what we saw in Duel 1. You are definitely right, Snarehead. Lucas Santos has run a great race. Definitely got my attention. As we are locked and loaded for the restart. Santos and Dakota Long on the front row.
Green, 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 green.
Flag it is, and we are off and running. Looks like the inside line a little slow to get up. Dakota Long, that's going to give him an opportunity. Kyle Munson right there as well. Two lines are forming. Looks like Santos got out a little too far. 6 to go when we reach the start-finish line. Oh man, it is getting hot and heavy. Munson to the lead. DeWalt bangs into Jordan. B-Sag playing it safe. Smart move by a veteran, as is DeWalt. No, the drivers cannot hear my broadcast unless they are tuned in. B-Sag going a little high in the trial, but maybe 3 wide. He's going to get hung out out there. Lavalli, I think, is going to check up. And DeWalt taking a moment. Looks like we have a new leader in Kyle Munson with 6 to go, and that number 44 Mustang of Ryzen. Dakota Long to the outside. Nobody's going to follow. He tries to fit in the second, and it will not work. Santos closes that door. Munson, Santos, and DeVoe, your top 3. And it looks like Lucas Wren, your top 5. What is rack-a-lack-a-lack-a-lackin'? DeVoe, Long, and Red, your top 5. DeWalt, Jordan, and Lavalli. 5 to go to the conclusion of this race. Whoever wins ends up in 4th to start the Daytona 250. Oh, Dakota Long makes a move. Will he hold it? Will he hold it? He bangs into the 18 and around he goes.
Yellow.
And around he goes with 5 to go. Dakota Long. I don't know what that was all about, but that was a gutsy move, and that's going to earn a trip to the Gears Instant Replay. Let's find out exactly what was going down. Get a blimp cam shot here. I think that's the best way to describe it. We're going to see it in real time first, and then we'll back it up. Slow it down. Looks like good push there by Santos and Munson coming out of 2. Long gets a good run coming out of 2 off that backstretch. Goes the outside, leaves his momentum out there. Santos goes to block, tries to part the C. Couldn't do it. Hold on to it as long as he could. B-Sag again ended up getting collected in that. But it looks like it was all along for that one. Right along with Dakota Long and see what he saw on the gyro cam. Hard, I think, is an understatement, if I'm being honest. But hey, it's racing. Dakota Long had earned his way back from being a lap down all night. We'll back it up one more time as they try to re-rack and get back to racing. He goes for it, and no. Jesus took the wheel at that point, going into 3. I mean, they weren't even really in 3 yet, but it happens. That is a beautiful car. Disappointing to see it go down the way it did. Good checkup by the rest of the guys. Looks like Jordan May got a little bit of damage in that. The 19 as well. B-Sag, I think, possibly got the worst of it, besides 18 hitting the wall. And Mike DeWalt there showing why you go in the back to kind of stay out of that kind of trouble. It's unfortunate, but that is your Gears Instant Replay. As everybody has pitted. As they re-rack it. Lucas Santos back in the lead after that ruckus. we'll see what they got in the tank left as we are getting to the conclusion of duel number 2. Again, the finishing order will determine the Daytona 350. DeWalt has been hanging around all night. I don't know if he's going to make a move, try to win this thing. He doesn't really need to. He's starting second already. Everyone did pit snare head, yep. While we were in the replay, so you don't have to see that stuff. Try to keep it real. Nobody wants to see that. Mambo, what is going on, dog? Good to see you, man. Dude, hanging out with us here most of the evening. It has been a great opener for the Gears Cup Series. I've loved every minute of it. Hope you have too. So we're getting to 1 hour and 30 minutes of awesomeness. So it looks like Lucas Santos and Lucas Red on row number 1. Kyle Munson and Andrew Bisag in row number 2. In row number 3, we have Mike DeWalt and Kevin Jordan. Row number 4, Scott DeVoe and Dakota Long and Matt Lavallee in last. As the pace car is going to exit. And it's time to see if you've got the guts. With the green, white checkers. Here we go. Bisag making it 3 wide early, and he's getting buck wild. That one is all on him, and we have a yellow flag. Wow. That is unfortunate.
Hey, I got a black flag for a jump start on that, but I never passed the leader. Could that be reviewed? Thank you.
We get a replay of that. A Gears instant replay. Andrew Bisag. This one is on the bee sting here tonight. Let's see what happened from his POV. Oh yeah, he got a little too wobbly. Back that up for the folks at home. I apologize. Was not looking up on the cam. Look at that. Sweet home Alabama. One more time, just for my amusement. Yeah, it looks like he tried to be Moses, and in doing so got a little risky with the whiskey. And it ended up putting out probably a third of the field. But it happens. It happens. It's racing. It's the first race of the year. Got to get the cobwebs out, the rust. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Looks like multitude of pits right now, pitting. Drivers pitting, I should say. Well, so that thins out the herd just a little bit, as it were. Santos and DeWalt with Kevin Jordan, Scott Defoe, and Matt Lavallee. We're going to do this green-white checker another time. Mike DeWalt really just having the glory to play for here this evening as he's qualified outside the pole for the race. It's unfortunate for the guys involved in that wreck, but it is racing. It does happen. We are human and mistakes are made. I will say this is definitely got me excited for next Friday night for the 250. If it hasn't gotten you excited, I don't know what the hell you're watching. So they're going to get the 1 to go signal here. Lights will turn off. And we will get back to green flag racing to end duel number 2 at the Duels at Daytona for the Gears Cup Series. And conclude tonight's broadcast. Again, next week at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time will be the Daytona 250 right here on my channel. Again, 1 to go. Lights are off. Santos and DeWalt on the front row. Jordan and DeVoe in row number 2. Matt Lavallee there holding down at 4th. And we'll see if we have anybody else coming back out on the track. My guess is probably not, but we'll see. Maybe Kyle Munson. Looks like Munson is catching up and staying on the lead lap with that Horizon Ford Mustang. Yes, he is. Here he comes. Lucas Red as well. Getting to the twilight hours of the evening. Thank you for hanging out. I am Tom Torrey, a.k.a. The Horse Boat, here for the Gears Cup Series all season long. Hopefully these guys cracked their knuckles, took a sip of their drink, got ready for one more green flag start here to finish it out. Looks like Dakota Long is back in the action as well. Looks like Andrew Basag may be done for the night. That is unfortunate. He had a good race up until that point.
Green, 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 green.
And we are back racing for the Gears Cup Series. Santos with a great jump. Mike DeWalt and Kevin Jordan side by side. White flag if they can make it next time by. And this is where it's going to get a little scary. Santos getting hung out to the dry on the inside of the outside line. Mike DeWalt is going to make his move and close the door on the inside line. Scott DeVoe going to go with him. Long and Santos sticking to the outside now. DeWalt does not have a friend right now, as Kyle Munson, involved in the last wreck, going to take the lead coming to the white flag. White flag for the duel number 2 at the Duels of Daytona. DeWalt nose to tail with Kyle Munson. Scott DeVoe right behind him. Kevin Jordan in 4th. Lucas Red in 5th. Matt Lavallee moving up into 6th as we're on the backstretch for the final time here tonight. Munson holding down that inside line to Walt. Probably not looking to pass. He's going to stick it out with him. Will we have some drama at the end?
It scared me.
DeWalt goes to the
It
outside.
scared me too. He just disappeared
Will he
and
go
never
with
came
him?
back.
And he gets turned. Kyle Munson gets turned. And the winner is going to be Mike DeWalt.
Yeah, it's got DQ'd. I have no idea why.
Mike DeWalt wins duel number 2. Kevin Jordan in
Good one,
2nd.
Mike.
Lucas Santos in 3rd.
This is not a mandatory session. It's just there was no way to set this up without running a feature race at all. So if you guys want to run this, we can. But it's not mandatory. It's not pertaining to points.
Oh, bonus action. This race would not count. This race is over for the night. But if these guys are racing, we're hanging out.
Yeah, radio check, radio check.
The duels at Daytona have concluded, but we may have some bonus action here in just a moment. See how many drivers we have for this that actually come out for the bonus race.
Green, 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 green.
Let you enjoy a little bit of sounds of the race, this feature, and then we'll head on out of here tonight. This race, again, at the end is just for fun. These guys getting a little wild and putting the militia into the wall. No caution.
The yellow flag is out.
Tom let us out of hell.
Thank you, Tom.
Jesus, I opened a window. That's awesome. Again, we are going to end tonight's broadcast. We do appreciate you guys coming out for that bonus race. Having a good time here tonight. These guys are just going to fool around here towards the end. We do appreciate y'all coming out. Again, congratulations to DJ Casey and Mike DeWalt on the front row for the Daytona 250. We will be back again next week as 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. We will be here live for the Gears Cup Series at Daytona. Have a good evening, and thank you all for coming out. Have a good weekend.